Hi everybody, welcome to my channel English Club. Today we're going to talk about our second sequence of the video that we already spoke about. The topic was the Indus Valley civilization. This video is the second sequence of the first video. I wanted to that video short, that's why I just divided the whole video in two parts. So this is the second part from where you can learn now on. So hopefully you will enjoy the video. If you haven't subscribed my channel, then please go on and subscribe it. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you will be updated with my new videos. And alright, so let's start the video. So there are two different ideas about the origination of these civilizations. Number one, see, in India at that time, there were two types of archaeologists. Number one, from England, from Britain. Number two, the local Indians one, the Indian archaeologist and the British archaeologist. Both were at the same time, they were working together. And that's why both Indian archaeologists and British archaeologists both had sometimes different ideas about particular things. So let's see the origination of Indus Valley civilization, what the foreign idea was. The foreign archaeologists, the British archaeologists, the historians believe that this civilization was established by people from other civilizations such as Egyptian. Why? They believe that, if you see the civilization, the Indus Valley civilization is actually next to the Egyptian civilization. And that's why foreign historians, they believe that maybe the people from Egyptian civilization, they came in India and they established this Indus Valley civilization too. Why? Because the buildings in both civilizations were almost same, but not exactly same, but there were some similarities. Some features in the buildings was same in both civilizations. So based on this idea, and also the seals that they were using was also kind of similar thing and similar material. So based on these data, the British historian believed that, and other also historian believed that this civilization was originated by Egyptians. But what was the local ideas? The Indian archaeologists, historians, what do they believe? Local historian says that this civilization was established by Indian people, not by Egyptian. They completely say no. This civilization was not originated from any other civilization. Suppose Egyptian. They said this civilization was actually established by Indian people. Yes, there are some similarities, but they are really less in the buildings. And when we say, and also the seals that the foreign historians were talking about, those seals, they say that yes, it is also different. The metal, the material was different of the seal, and the style of the seal was different. So there are two ideas that where do they come from? The origination of this civilization was from where? And when we talk about features of this civilization, from the ruin of the Indus Valley civilization, it can be seen that the cities were incredibly well planned. The historians have concluded that there must have been a system of efficiency government. There are some features of Indus Valley civilization. Suppose citadel, draining system, granary, the Great Bath, religion, language, and culture. So we will talk about the citadel. Citadel is this place where it shows that the the ruler of the civilization or the government of the civilization were situated here. It was being controlled from here. That was citadel. Draining system. When we talk about that civilization were very advanced, almost 5,000 years from now, those people knew how to control and redirect the water from the river. Actually, from these water, the drainage system, as you can see here, is actually a drain that brings the water to different region of the city, and it was being used by people. So those people were advanced and they knew how to control and redirect the water, and they made this draining system almost 5,000 years ago. And granary. Historians have found the evidence that these people had a granary. Granary is a kind of place where they keep their food, like rice, wheat, whatever they were growing out there. They kept it in a granary, and they were being used by people and distributed. The Great Bath. The Great Bath is also, people believe that this Great Bath, it looks like swimming pool, and it used to fill with water, and people believe that this Great Bath is a sign of worships, rituals, religion activities. They believe that people came here and they were doing some kind of religion activity, which was Hinduism. Next, we talk about the religion, language, and culture, which is the last topic. Little is known about Harappa religion and language. Very little. We know really less about that civilization. The reason why? Because we cannot understand their writings. A collection of writing text on clay and some stone tablets unearthed at Harappa, which have been carbon dated. Carbon dated means C14 technology here again, 3300 to 3200 BCE, contained trident-shaped plant-like markings that appear to be written from right to left. There is considerable debate about whether it was an encoded language at all and whether it is related to an Indo-European and South Indian language families. Here you can see it was a language, and we don't know what does it mean. Until now we cannot decode this language, and that's why we know really less about this civilization. It is a still mystery. The Harappan civilization also remains a topic of speculation. It has been widely suggested that the Harappans worshipped a mother goddess who symbolized fertility. In contrast of Egyptian and Mesopotamian civilizations, the Indus Valley civilization seemed to have lacked any temple or places that would give clear evidence of religion, rites, or specific deities. When we talk about the Mesopotamia, Egyptian civilization, we know that the Great Pyramid, those things were built, but those people had some kind of god and goddess where they had a temple or a place where to go and worship. But in Indus Valley civilization, there is no any single evidence that there were any temples. and they did not have any place, a specific place to go and pray there. There are these kind of seals that have been discovered from the Harappa civilization, and these are really old, like between 3,300 to 3,200 BCE. And the expansion, from where to where the civilization was expanded. As we can see, Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, and Lothal here. So this area, the yellow one, is actually until Lothal here. This all area was actually covered with this civilization. And this is the Indus Valley. This is the Indus River that comes from Himalaya and goes into the Arabian Sea. That civilization was both sides of this river. And decline. And then we talk about what happened, that this civilization disappeared. What was the reason that this civilization, the Indus Valley civilization, was fall and destroyed? The Indus Valley civilization declined around 1800 BCE, and scholars debate which factor resulted in the civilization's demise. The theory suggested that a nomadic Indo-European tribe called the Aryans invaded and conquered the Indus Valley civilization. People believe that, some historians believe that, the Indo-European tribe, we call them Aryans, they came from now the country called Iran. They came from Iran and they came to India and they invaded the Indus Valley civilization. Though more recent evidence tends to contradict this claim, many scholars believe that the collapse of the Indus Valley civilization was caused by climate change. Some experts believe that drying of the Saraswati River, which began around 1900 BCE, was the main cause of the climate change. There are many different ideas where historians believe that the civilization was declined. Some believe that the Indo-Aryans, the Indo-European people from Iran, they invaded Indus Valley civilization and they killed everybody in the civilization, and that's how the civilization was declined. But there is not any single evidence of any weapon or any kind of destructive thing in that civilization, which shows that those people in Indus Valley civilization, they were very peaceful people. They never had a fight. So this theory was actually, proves false. But some historians believe that this civilization was declined because there was a climate change. Climate change means the river, the Indus River that was coming, that was giving them water, was actually dried up. And that was the reason that people had no water somewhere, and also some people believe that the river that has flood was a disaster as a flood, and the flood destroyed every single thing in that civilization. Food, people, village, cities, homes, everything is destroyed. And that's how the civilization was destroyed. So it was this topic here ends here, and here are some questions, and I would like you guys to answer in your opinion. What do you think? So read these questions and try to answer these questions if you can. Alright, thank you very much for watching this video. Bye bye.